Hello, everybody. I hope everyone is having an amazing weekend. Here in Iowa, we have some incredible weather for August. And so it is lovely outside. Today, I think the temperatures got up to like 72 or 74, and it's August for crying out loud. Gotta love that. So it's been lovely. I've had the windows open today, and it's just been great getting the house aired out. Well, I'd like to welcome you to another broadcast for our team hangout. I've decided to call this Sunday Nights with the Stars because we are all stars waiting to shine our light on the rest of the world. So tonight, I would like to remind everybody about the Explode event in Dallas, and that is just less than 4 weeks away. It'll be 3.5 weeks coming up. I guess we're at about 3.5 weeks right now. So get your tickets if you need tickets for Explode. I do have some extras at the original $67 price. So if you would like to get one of those, please let me know. And you can just PayPal me the money. It would be great to have as many people as we can there. And you will see just what an incredible amount of training and just talking to other people, being able to just connect with people from other parts of the country that you see on Facebook all the time, which is always fun. The other thing I want to tell you everyone about is we are doing our leadership academies here in Des Moines now. So we have decided to do them on Thursday night because it's one of the folks who really wanted to be part of it, just Monday nights did not work for her at all. So we've had to go ahead and do Thursday nights instead. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just do what we can with what we've got. And so Thursday nights it is. And we had some incredible training this past Thursday, and I look forward to having more people who are here. And if you're not able to be here, but you'd like to be part of the training, please let me know and we can Skype you in. We'll figure out, maybe do a Google Hangout and have you listen in from the Hangout. Or we can figure out the technology part of it later. Just let me know that you would like to be part of it, and you can take advantage of the training that we're doing. So it was great because you get to kind of, ask questions. And then part of the training as well is learning how to present. And that is probably the biggest part. Since it's a smaller group, it's not quite as scary to present. And then you get to do, little short presentations on product or on skill training or just whatever whatever we decide to do for that week. So this next week, we're going to be doing product. I think we're going to each do a product because we'd like to practice. So the three of us who were here that last week, we're each going to do a product. We're also going to, Diane's going to talk about inviting for skills. I think I will talk about closing. And I've been working up a document on not really closing techniques, but just kind of the closing process that I go through, and that then might help you with closing, because I'm not too much a hard closer. For those of you who were enrolled by me, I hope that that's how you felt, as I didn't do a hard close on you, because that's never my intent to use any kind of tactics or anything. I want to know if it's all right, if it's a good fit for you. If it is, if there's no reason to not do it, let's just do it, because it's an incredible opportunity. And that's really my position, and that's my heart, and that's what I want people to hear from me, is that I know that this is the most incredible opportunity out there, and I want everyone who would like to try it to give it a whirl. There's been other things in my life I've done that with, and I haven't regretted any of them. So especially when you're not talking about thousands of dollars, or even hundreds of dollars as your initial investment. With this, if you really want to really get serious about the business, it's a little bit of an investment, but to have a business, $500 is nothing. I know this, when anybody who has had a brick and mortar, or even has invested in other network marketing companies, they know that a lot of times the buy-in is at $1,000. So at least with this product, it's guaranteed, and it's that $500 is product. So if you decide down the road, this isn't for me, if the boxes aren't open, then the company will buy them back. If they are, talk to me and I will buy them back. So I don't want anybody to be stuck that they don't want. So we have our leadership academies are going to be on Thursday nights. They are here at my house. I posted on Facebook, which my address on there so that you guys can come. And I've been loading up some documents as well on the Facebook page today. So I've been my schedule got changed a little bit today, so I was able to kind of focus and work on a couple of things. And I did get them posted on the Facebook page. So one of the things that I did for the product preview, we have with the process that really has shown the most success in this industry, really in the profession, is to do a major blast. That's always been one of Randy's things that he's always done. Now, it's always looked a little bit different at every company, and this company is, again, just a little bit tweaky. It's tweaked a little bit from what he had done before, because he's kind of on the Save the Tofu Burger path now. So I like to pick on him about that. So if you meet him in San Diego, just tell him, yay, we're saving the tofu burgers. And that came from me, so that'd be good. So I have put together for that very first meeting for the Major Blast is the product tasting, the product preview. And for that, you're going to let people come in, try the products. You can show, there's 15 different videos. You can show each one individually. I am still working on the one that takes out the duplicate phrasing and everything out of that, and putting in some transitions right now. Just got to finish making sure the transitions are nice and clean and they don't look too wonky going through there. But when you show them the products and things, you can also hand them this sheet right here, which has the products. They are in alphabetical order, going from left to right and then top down. So at least I hope I got them in alphabetical. My goal is to get them in alphabetical order. Actually, I didn't, did I? I have Fleur Leave on there twice. What am I missing? Okay, I'll fix that. I'm glad I saw it. I was like, wait a minute, something's wrong. So I have Fleur Leave here and here. So I need to fix that and figure out what's missing right here. I believe it's liquid. I'm missing liquid fibra. And so, okay, so I'll fix that. But it has a little X watermark on it because I think that looks kind of cool. And then folks can write notes about each of the products. And then they can also write down people's names who could utilize the product. So if they know people who have, they're a little stressed, they, oh my gosh, Sally, yeah, she's working at the school all day long, and she's just, she's all wound up at the end of the day, and maybe she needs to relax a little bit of off would be really good for Sally at the end of the day. So I'll write Sally's name down. Oh my gosh, my kids really need to focus. They're going to college, they need to be able to focus and study, so maybe I should get them some on. So they can write those names down, they can have it, because I always forget people I think about whenever I do this kind of thing, and I'm sure other people forget too. Maybe not as much as I do, but they forget. And there's space for notes as well, so they can write down some notes on those things. I will fix that and re-upload that document. We also have, and these are on the X-Tribe online group. So in case you guys have forgotten, we have the Hosting Your Fusion preview. Now this is not quite the product tasting format. So you have the product tasting party, and then you have the 2 business meetings right after that. And the idea is you want to squish these into 10 days to kind of get some momentum going. And then anybody you enroll in the business part of it, they would do the same thing. And so you just keep doing that, and then that duplication will start, and then things will start to really explode. And that's what we're looking for, is that real explosion of activity to really get that momentum building. I do not have a copy of it here, I don't think. But I also loaded up a daily method of operation document on the Fusion page. So the idea with that, I don't want you to kill yourself, and I can't remember if I talked about this last week or not. Maybe I did. The idea is not to kill yourself. So there's a sheet on there, and don't be like me where you have to fill out every single thing every single day, or you think, oh, I didn't do anything right today. So let's not go there. I am so tired tonight. Let's not go there. Let's focus on one thing. Everything on that sheet is a money-making activity. So let's focus on one thing on that sheet for just 5 or 6 days a week. Give yourself at least one day off, permission to take one day off. My days off coming up will start to be Saturdays, because I will be either watching football games or driving to and from football games, going to see Christian play. So Saturdays will be my day off for sure. And so I'll at least have that one day off, and then maybe Sunday, depending on timing of the game. Some games are late on Saturday and they're far away, so I'll be driving all day Sunday coming home, things like that. I'll be able to take phone calls and do that, but I wouldn't be safe for me to text and drive. And so I won't be able to send out the Zapier app stuff for that. So on there, things like just make 2 new contacts that day, hand out samples to 2 people that day, and just pick one of them though. Pick one of them and do it consistently. And it's not going to have a huge impact on you in the beginning. It could, I suppose. I wouldn't expect a huge impact in the beginning. But if you continue to do that, if you'll commit to even, I'd like to see you commit to 100 days of doing that, taking a couple days off a week, so it wouldn't be quite 100 days total. But to see what that momentum's going to bring, when you get closer to the end of that 100 days, the impact of that is going to be unbelievable. And so there's several of us committing to that right now. And so when you work a full-time job or you have other things going on, if you have kids and a full-time job, it's just a little bit tougher to work this in. But some of those things you can just do in 5 minutes or just work it into your normal life. If you're going to the grocery store, maybe you can just make a new friend. These are not people to prospect. They're just people to meet. And if you're not comfortable getting their name right off the bat, just say hi and have a conversation. Then once you get comfortable with that, and if you do that, just still write it down. Talk to the lady wearing the Mickey Mouse t-shirt at the Walmart. And that way you can just know that you did that and have some success there. Then as that becomes a little bit more natural, then you can start exchanging names and then write down the names. And then after that, you can start exchanging phone numbers, maybe email addresses. And then you can start to maybe have that constant group of people. Then you can maybe even call them up and say, hey, we met here. Would you like to get together for lunch or coffee or something? And just make a friend. Don't worry about getting them enrolled, and don't worry about stuffing products down their face. Just make a friend. And now the samples that you hand out, maybe the conversation will come up that, it's a mom. She's so tired. She has a hard time with keeping up with all her kids' activities, and say, hey, I had this stuff. It's worked really well for me. It's all natural. If you'd like, you give it a try. I have some samples here. If you don't like it, that's fine. But if you do, maybe it'll help. Couldn't hurt. It's delicious. No artificial sweeteners. You just drink it instead of your Diet Coke or whatever you're normally drinking during the day to try to keep your energy boosted up. And if they say yes, great. If not, say, hey, no harm, no foul, no big deal, and move on. But if they take the sample, then for sure get their information so you can follow up with them to see what they thought about the products from there. And then you can keep going from there. So pretty simple things on there, sending some apps out to people. One day I sat down and I said, I'm going to set my timer. I'm just setting my timer, and I'm going to sit down and do this. I'm not doing anything else until I get 2 of the 5 things on my list done. And I did, and it was great, and I had some great results, and I still have some follow-up I need to do from that because I had some people who were interested in joining the business as a result of some samples I'd already given out to them. I just hadn't followed up with them yet before that day. And so it's really good to keep that. I want you to date those sheets as well and then keep them, because what I want you to do with those down the road is, number one, look back and say, oh my gosh, look at that. Do you remember back here in August, September, this is all I was doing. And now I'm in, October, and look at this. I can't even keep up. And then when you have new people enrolling, and you could say, look, this is all I did. And look at my sheets. And I wasn't perfect. I only did a few days. Some days I forgot, or some days I didn't do whatever. But I was still consistent. And with the consistency, I was able to really bring, have this momentum build, this tide just rise. And so I'm excited to hear those stories and to share those stories with you guys, and see what's gonna happen with our group. So my goal is to get Randy back here in October to do a success night. I would love to have him kick us off with our success nights in October. And so I'm gonna need all of your help with the team building at that point. I'm not gonna be able to do it by myself. I absolutely need each and every one of you. And if you are committed and wanting to do this, then I just, let's do it. It's not a full-time job. It's a part-time job, but you cannot do it in your free time. That is, it's a fantasy because nobody has free time. We all fill our time with something. So let's get this done. The other thing we talked about, which I'm also working on putting together in a document so that everybody has it more document. I like things to be documented. Is there's really 5 keys to success from what I can tell with this company, with this business. The first thing is that accelerator guide that on the X-Tribe Online website, there's the accelerator guide, and in there it takes you through the steps to success. So in those steps is of course knowing what your website name is, making sure that your settings are set correctly so that your team is building balanced. You want that right and left being balanced, and getting that major blast, those 3 dates on the calendar with you and your sponsor. And getting the leadership academies on your calendar so you can start getting that additional training to be more comfortable, and then having like the team training on the calendar, and then the leader webinar on Tuesday nights on the calendar. Also is that DMO, that daily method of operation sheet. Get them started on that just to show them, hey, let's just do this. A couple people a day here. This week, just talk to them. Get people just in the habit of just starting to break out of that comfort zone, because we really got to start busting to those comfort zones. The next is the X-Tribe Central app, downloading that and subscribing to that app. And then let's see, the accelerator is the first thing, your calendar is the second thing, and the DMO is the third thing, and the X-Tribe Central app, if I could speak, is the fourth thing. Get that downloaded, get the sponsor in there for the 3-way calls, so that way when you're talking to somebody, you do not want to be the expert. Practice not being the expert. Practice sending a video, getting your sponsor on the phone to answer questions, or sending them to the website. They have the frequently asked questions up on our website now. Shai posted that on the Facebook page. And then also getting that major blast actually executed. So you get on the calendar and you want to execute on the major blast. And that major blast is going to be the thing that is really going to kick us off and get everybody kicked off in their business and really get things rolling. So I've put together the sheet that, for the tasting. I'm also going to be putting together the notes and tips on closing. And then I'm going to be putting together a PowerPoint of the products with some notes, so they can take notes like that as well. So you can have a picture of the product and then have a notes section off to the side. If there's other things that you guys think that we need, let me know, or things that just you want to talk through some things. I'd be happy to talk through things with you. I do have out on the Facebook page some sheets that will allow you to track your way to executive, senior executive, and bronze. I have a gold one as well. For some reason, I don't have it on our Facebook page. I thought I did. It's actually the one that I use to hit gold, and I'll be putting together a platinum one next to hit platinum, because we want to hit platinum next. It'll be fun. And the other thing too that I'm going to start doing with these webinars is I'm going to start inviting other people to help me present. So it's not just me, and you guys can get used to being on the camera in front of people, because once you hit gold, then you will start to be invited to go on the leader webinar. And if you're not used to being in front of the webcam, it can be very, very nerve-wracking. So I don't know if you've seen some people when it's been their first time, and sometimes they're just a little bit nervous, which is very normal. But it's pretty easy to become comfortable once you just get comfortable getting in front of that camera and not worrying about it so much, and just really relaxing and being yourself. So that's all I have for tonight. I hope everybody has a fantastic week. Make sure you get into your back office and check on how things are going. We have a couple of people very close to executive and even senior executive. And so I'd love to see those ranks get hit. And along with everybody going to Dallas, I would love to see you reach bronze before we get there. You still have the rest of this week and then 3 more weeks to hit bronze before Dallas. So as long as you hit it before Friday at 2:00, whenever the training starts, I promise you, they will let you in that room. And so if they don't, you come find me and I will get you in that room, but they will let you in that room because Randy and Eric and Luca and Lily all want everybody possible in that room. They don't want to have anybody who's worked hard to hit bronze to miss out on that amazing training that they do. Dallas is going to be so much fun. I'm excited. I just got my Cena de Gala ticket, and I'll be getting my plane tickets booked here, and that's in January 18th and 19th. I'm just trying to figure out what days I need to be flying in and out on. And then, of course, we have Alumbra next June, and then kind of do a little soft pencil in the end of January, early February will be our next U.S. event after this September event. So that will be our winter event in the U.S., roughly last week of January, early February. So I hope everybody has a fabulous week. Please let me know if you have questions or concerns. And if you need to talk to me about anything, then I'm here for you. Okay. All right. Let's go out there and let's help everybody take their lives back like we're doing. All right. Have a great night. Thanks.